Good afternoon. November 720 Sierra. Steve in the garage. It is Sunday, May 4th. And we actually started, it's almost 5 o'clock now, and we started at 1 o'clock. Yesterday I took off the firewall and off these two pieces here, and then figured out how these inside pieces go in, and we clecoed them all up and got them all in correctly, and got all these correctly, and the motor mounts here and the motor mounts up here. So we clecoed everything in, and then today we came back and we've been riveting all these pieces in. And Evan says to put this in before you put the firewall into here. And he's right, because there's some very difficult rivet angles to get in here to get, and you want to get them before the firewall is in. So heed that advice. That's excellent advice. And so these are the up to 2 ones now are in. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rivets, 4mm rivets, holding this into this longeron down here, or stringer, whatever you want to call it. This one right here, and then the two pieces here, they don't fit over each other, they fit back to back, and so they form an I-beam. And so we riveted those over here off the airplane, and put all those pieces in, because it was impossible to get those, not impossible, but very difficult to rivet those while in the airplane here. So it's just much easier without it. So I did both sides. So this piece is now completely riveted into the airplane. I'm working on, most of these here have been done. The very forward two on the motor mount are up underneath this lip, and I think I'm going to borrow a rivet gun like the Vans people use. I don't even know what you call them, but the different type of rivets, right? Smash rivets. You put a bucking bar up underneath it and bring them together, because I might be able to borrow a rivet gun, but I cannot get a blind rivet gun up in there. I can't get the manual one or my battery powered one. It's just too far up in there. And this lip is thick. I'm not going to bend it back and then rebend it. Not going to do that. So I don't know how else I would have gotten those. I guess if this skin was off, I could have gone this way with those final 2 rivets up in here. But I'm not taking out all the skin to do that. So and when you're building yours, you might want to think about putting this lower bar on before you put the skin on. At least these 2 rivets over here with this bracket into the motor mount. You may want to think about that. So anyway, that's what we've been doing today. The other thing is, we cut these S plates for the rudder pedals, and we went ahead and connected in the rudder pedals into the bolts, and they're not torqued, but they're in there and a little more than hand tight. So anyway, got them in there just to get them in. It'll be easier to work from the front when I do that. It won't be a problem. So yeah, this works fine now. So yeah, it works the way it's supposed to. All right, so that's all in, and rudder pedals. So that's great. I'm just pushing them back and out of the way while I'm working up in here. I'm gonna rivet the rest of these here in a few minutes. There's no sense in watching me rivet. It's kind of boring. You've seen the rivets before. But on the inside of this plate here, there's a bunch of 3.2mm rivets. I've already done the 4.0mm in the engine mounts. So those are nice and strong and in there. So I've got 8 rivets in there already. There's 2 more to put in on either side. And then there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. And there's just no way that I'm going to get those last set of rivets in. So with this type. So I see if I can borrow a rivet gun that the Vans people use, the I don't know what they call them. You guys know what I'm talking about. Not the blind rivets, compression rivets or whatever they are. So anyway, I might be able to get those last ones with that different type of rig. We're going to put a bucking bar up there and smash it. So we're going to look at that and borrow it from friends of ours. Let's see what else. Got the piece here. My two pieces came in from Sling. I was missing this right bracket for the avionics bracket, the right side gusset. So that came in. So I'll put the panel back in here in a few minutes once I get finished riveting these. I'll just Cleco it in, and then it'll be sitting in there. And then the heater goes in between these once we put the firewall in. I'm not going to do that yet, but anyway, these all get riveted when the firewall goes on. So I'm doing a few other oddball stuff in here. So that's all for this section here. I'm not going to put the firewall. I'll once these are bracketed in, or once these are riveted in, I'll probably put the firewall back in. Just Cleco it in. I don't think it's time yet to put that in. So maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see. Not a big deal. Okay. So that's basically it. We finished this whole side. There's nothing more to do out here. So that's basically it. That's what I've been working on. A few more to go. And but this is nice and sturdy. And it's sturdy back there. I could probably take out a lot of those jigs, but I'm just going to leave them in for now. No reason to do anything with them just yet. All right. And I'm going to turn this off, but then I got some new ham radio equipment, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute. I'm going to turn this one off, and then I'll come back with the ham radio equipment. So I actually got a ICOM 2730 that I'm thinking about putting in the airplane that somebody donated to me. So let me show you that in a few minutes. All right. November 720 Sierra. Please like, subscribe, and donate to our GoFundMe account. Thanks, guys.